welcome to an hour with Montee and MiMi. Notice I said an hour tonight.
Hour, yes.
MiMi, what's up, girl?
Try everything. Everything and everything. I'm about as tired as you, but I'm happy to be here.
Listen, I'm happy to be here too. It's been a minute. I haven't seen you, so I looked for you last week in the salon, but I know
I
that you.
know. I
I've been.
was hoping to see you today. I went in my Wave Nouveau client. I said this man, she done your Wave Nouveau client must have came
like a month ago.
child. I went in there. I said, oh shoot. I had to put both them jobs together. It's all right. It's all right. I done ordered us some more stuff.
So you know how we do it.
It's
Um,
all right.
Listen. So you're in the car. And
Yeah. I'm in
listen.
the process of moving, so that's what like my house is in disarray. Like I'm pretty much moved into the new house. The real big move is on Saturday, but it's like it's boxes everywhere. My niece and my nephew are over, helping their cousins with their clothes, and so they having fun and being
Fun.
kids. Yeah, so
Well,
but the
congratulations.
new house is fabulous, honey. I can't wait to have you over.
The new house is fabulous.
Fabulous. Yeah.
Listen, I ain't mad at you. Look, you are
Uh,
doing things. Mimi done got a new BMW. She got a new house. Listen, listen, I need to do what you doing like 3 times.
honey, we doing the same thing. We doing the same thing. We doing the same stuff. Trust and believe.
Well, listen, I'm just trying to make it. That's all I'm trying to do. So, how has your week been? Other than that, you've had a lot going on. We haven't
Yeah,
been on in a couple of weeks. You're working. I'm traveling for work. So there's been a lot of things that's going on.
right.
So, what? How are you? How are you?
I'm good. I am good. Like going back to work.
Uh-huh. You going back to
People
work?
been the people been getting on my damn nerves. But I had to sit back and pray. I said, you know what, God? I said I got a job to complain about, and it's a cushy ass job where I take some shit. Not a whole lot of shit, but I
Mhm.
take some shit. And the money is ridiculous. So I just need to stay
Yeah,
my ass there, keep
money.
getting this good old seed money so I can flip it, so I can
You
I
better
can be
flip.
fabulous and not have to do shit.
You better flip. So
Flip it.
flip this money. Yes, flip this money, girl. Wow. Well, I'm super, super excited for you. My week has been pretty
Oh, I
good.
know you've been ever since you said I do to that daggone job, buddy. That is yes. Yes.
This job it has been good. I enjoy
Yeah.
what I do. I love what I do. And so what's up, Sandra? So like next week is my first time that I will be conducting. So I'm the district educator. And so my job is to teach them new techniques or to bring them current things of that nature. And so
Mhm.
next week will be the first time that I actually hold.
Basically teach them white girls how to do ethnic hair. That's what it is. It's okay. It's all right.
So next week is the first time that I hold Ulta Academy. And so
Okay.
I'm excited, as I've been traveling around my district trying to meet all the stores. I have 15 stores. And so I
Yeah.
finally have gotten to 12 of them. So I have three more stores to get to, three more. And so that's been a lot of traveling,
It's
but
been hectic. I know it has.
it has. It
Child,
has.
I would quit that damn job. That's why the Lord knew to give it to you. I would be like, hell no.
Lord, you is crazy. So, man,
Mm-mm.
there has been so much going on in the world.
Honey, yes it is.
There has been a lot going on. I know tonight is letter night, so we're going to get to the letters. I don't even have any letters.
Oh, child, we can whatever you want to do. I'm just so happy to see you.
I have the
Amen.
letters, but thank you. Brandon gave me the letters. The letters are right here. I haven't even, look, I don't be seeing the letters, y'all. So they're right here. Um, so there's been so much going on. Can we talk about Kimberell? Let's start with Kimberell.
Hold up, I done missed that. What did that what she did?
You didn't see where Kim Burrell got up in the pulpit and was telling everybody it was ugly and you ugly and some of you got phone bills and light bills and your niece's name and your nephew's name. And so she was just really, really, really ugly, very ugly. And so she came back and she gave like this apology. It was like half, it was just, it wasn't even really an apology. And then,
Because she's not sorry.
right. And, but then after people started getting on to her, then she came back and gave an official apology. And
You
then,
know why? Because that coin is in question.
well, she said, and I quote, "It's not because I'm scared that y'all are going to cancel. It's just because I have the love of God in me, and this is what I need to do." That's what she
This my thing. If you got the love of God and you lead with that,
right.
it's a way to you can tell folk about themselves. But the thing is, it's just like with children. If they don't know that you love them, they're not gonna receive it.
You know,
Period.
that was part of my issue with Kim. But here's the other thing: Kim has done this before. Kim has been doing this. This has
Oh, I
been
remember. That's what I'm saying.
ongoing thing. There was one time where she talked about people having nasty cars and you got Cheetos all between your chairs and all this and that. So that tells me you nasty. I mean, so she said some really, really negative things throughout her career.
But
You
let me
know,
tell you, you can look at her and tell she really does not hold herself in the highest esteem. I mean, and I'm not even because I can't be shady. This is no shade. That's just truth. Just what
mhm,
I see with that third eye. She
mhm,
doesn't. She because she when people are that critical of others,
mhm.
they really not happy with themselves, and they try to cast that shadow on everybody else so that to them they're invisible. You don't see their problems. You don't see their flaws.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Kim did all that. She came back and apologized. So it's kind of been like hushed for a little bit. People are still talking about her, so that's been one thing. Another thing was there was a snippet that I posted on our page, and it was talking about the pastor that when he got up there and said, stand in the middle aisle, you come in the middle aisle. And he was like, don't come to this church dressed as no woman when you're a man. What's up, Torian? And so I just felt like I felt some type of way, and that's just being
I
honest.
didn't see that one. I saw the one. Is this the same pastor that got robbed?
No, no, no. This is another
Or
one.
this somebody else?
Yeah. And so what had happened was there was a I wanted to call the individual transgender, but they were not transgender. That come to find out they were not trans. They were just dressed up that particular day or whatever. I think he could have been transitioning and he's since then stopped or whatever. I don't know.
But it ain't nobody's business
Right.
because when you see that's the problem that I've had in the past with church. And those for everybody else that's listening, those are what I call church folk. I'm not talking about Christians. I'm not talking about people that are actually walking and have a relationship with God and trying to do better and
Mhm.
walk right. Those are not the people I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones that's trying to judge everybody else and criticize everybody else. And most of the time when you're doing that, your own shit is you know what I like to say, when you sit in shit long enough, it don't stink no more.
Right. And so we had this discussion. It was going back and forth on Facebook. So it was really, really neat that some people they felt the same way, that they felt like the guy was a distraction. He shouldn't have came to church like that because the pastor had asked him not to do that. But then there were some people was just like, this is not love. That's wrong. Some people said, I get both sides. So, I mean, it was just a
I don't get both sides because, sir, you are not God.
well, he said that God was holding him accountable, for the church. And
God ain't no, he's not, cause God no, cause God don't operate like that. See, that's the shit I been talking about with church folks. Cause he be the same one that want to get in somebody's business and say, the Lord told me to tell you. No, that he did not.
what's
He
up, Jeanette?
did not, cause he know you live and you foul, and I'm
Right,
not gonna receive it from you. But this
right.
is the thing, God. I just want newsflash for everybody watching. It's gonna be some homosexuals in heaven. A lot.
So, I stand by that, and so my thing is, there were a couple of people that I know very well that we had a difference of opinions, on it, and one said it was a distraction. Somebody else said, well, I agree. Why did he even come to church whenever they don't accept you? Well, and I came back and I said, a lot of people go to churches that we don't feel accepted in. That,
Who you had this conversation? I need to be in on this
you
conversation
need to go on.
with these folks.
It's on the thread. It's really on the thread.
I
Um,
swear.
and so it's what I was saying is there's a lot of people that don't feel comfortable or that are not accepted, but we still go to church. We still tithe. We still participate. And for years, people had to suppress who they were in church, but in order just to participate. I mean, let's look at some of the mainstream people. You look at Walter Hawkins, yay. You look at who was he? James Cleveland. You look at all these different people that had to suppress who they
Right.
were, to even be able
Child,
to participate.
everybody, and they didn't do a good job suppressing because we all knew.
We all knew.
We all knew.
We all knew. So then
Mhm.
get into this. The pastor that got robbed, girl. The pastor that got robbed. They
And
wanted.
I hate to say this though. I feel for anybody that goes through that, but he was asking for it.
So some people say he was asking for it. Some people say that he wasn't. However, this is where, he got robbed. I felt bad that people walked up into the church with
I
guns.
do. I feel bad for that because somebody else could have got hurt. But this is
Right,
my thing.
right. But
It's
then,
but see,
you-
that's what I always say too. Broke is loud. Wealth is quiet. If you got it, you ain't got to tell people you got it. They gonna see it.
they're going to see it.
So you're broadcasting. So you're basically saying, "Look at me. Come take my shit, please."
Not come take it.
That's
So,
what you're saying.
right. So he
You
had,
going from closet to closet, labels, 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 labels. Like, sir, sit
listen,
down. He need a wife. He need a significant other.
he
He
has
can't talk
one
shit, huh?
wife. He has a wife.
Was she off? She was probably off shopping because
No, she's always present. Always present.
well, he didn't pick well, and I'm gonna say that.
So what got me with him was he was on Larry King Live, Larry Reed. That he was on there with Larry Reed. And so he got mad and he cussed them people out.
Who you guys are?
Larry Reed and this other lady that was hosting the show. He, he called her Biggie Smiles. Biggie
What?
Smiles.
Well,
What's up, Ricky?
oh, thank you.
Oh, she
That
got
is so
she got red lips and red nails today.
that is so sweet.
You know what they say about red? What the church
What?
said, Mimi. What the church said about red.
They said we harlots. It's Jezebels.
Jezebel. So listen, let's get into these letters. Let's get into
Oh man.
yeah, well, thank you, Ricky. Let's get into these letters. So I have a letter that was emailed to me, and I didn't even read it. I just saved it and I put it over here so we can watch it. We can talk about it. All right.
Okay.
So the letter says, "Dear Montee and Mimi, hey you two, I love the show and I love what you both bring to us. So listen, I have a girlfriend who seems to have become the biggest liar. When I say this bitch will lie, she will lie. And the sad thing is she don't even have to. Who cares how much money you make? Who cares that you say that you ain't had sex in almost 2 years? Side eye. Who cares that everyone is trying to get up under your dress? But bitch, what we do care about is the truth. This slut came to an event and knew she had COVID and lied about it, talking about it.
Oh yeah.
2 days later, texting everyone, telling us someone gave her COVID and she wouldn't be attending any more events when we all knew it was her. None of us got sick but her. Now she's homesick again. Oh, she admits to having COVID this time. Let her tell it. Some baby gave it to her at the grocery store. We FaceTimed her, and this bitch got bumps all around her mouth and down her arms. Me being me, I asked, what happened? She responds, it's fever blisters. I had a high fever. Girl, stop lying. You got the pox, monkey pox, and just can't be truthful. I hung up the damn phone. My friend said I'm being too hard and she can't help herself. She don't know how to tell the truth. What do you say? After this, I'm done. Signed, I can't deal with a monkey.
I know that I'm with her. I can't stand when people come. I was like, I'm just sitting over here minding my business. You didn't have to come say nothing to me. You, you came out of your way and sought me out to tell me a lie. For what?
But wait, Mimi, the part that gets me is she said they FaceTimed and
Yeah, that thing was part of idea.
she said she got bumps all around her mouth and down her,
Mm-hmm.
and she said it's fever blisters.
This fever, all right.
So what do you say? I say,
She done said it out. I'm with her. I agree, man. I'm glad we starting the night off with sensible people. Yes, leave that bitch alone.
leave her alone.
Drop her right there.
But then this is
Let
my
her sink deeper into the abyss of untruthfulness.
but why lie about having monkeypox?
Why lie about any damn thing? When I tell you I don't understand liars, because you got to remember shit. And most of the time, liars can't remember the shit they done said. So it's like just tell the truth. Because you ain't good at it.
Ricky said, "Oh, she done something unsanitary." Listen,
It's either or. Either or.
let's talk about the stigma of monkeypox. So they are saying CDC
Mhm.
saying that it is mainly a sexual disease. That's what they're trying to come back and say now. It's a sexual
You
disease.
know what they're trying to do, and I don't like it.
It's like
They're trying to put the stigma of HIV back in the 80s.
right.
And
It really
because I hung up on one of my male friends. He said, nah, this the gays. I said, shut your dumb ass up. I'm getting off the phone.
so we were having a conversation about it, because at our church we try to make sure that everybody is covered and
Right.
everybody knows what they need to know. So I had what's up? I had a conversation today with a health official. And so he was just like, Lamont, hold on. Let me call someone else. So he called, I forgot what her title was, but she's over all of the vaccinations and everything. So I was on this big call today. And so I'm listening to her, and she was just like, so I have a problem with the CDC. She said, because they're trying to make it out to make it seem like it's a gay disease. And, so right now they're only giving it to men that have sex with men or bisexual men or transgendered people. That's all that they're really, really giving it to right now. And so I was just like, so can the church, people from the church come? And she was just like, the only way that they can get it right now is if they're a resident of DC. And so I was just like, wow. So they're looking and they're labeling things like that, and they're streamlining it
It's scary
to
because they're doing it again. But see, this is my issue with the. Remember, I said, and I always say this though. Everybody has a price.
everybody got a price.
You can't go by what the CDC says all the time because everybody can be bought. They can manipulate things into whatever they want them to be.
Right.
And they scaring folks, and they're trying to, it's like they're trying to segregate folks again,
Well,
putting that stigma on them.
they are. And so this is the thing, and this is what I want people to understand. That you have to be careful. Be very, very careful. It's easily transmitted. It's skin to skin. You can brush up to somebody, you can get it like that. There's all types of ways that you can get it. So I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you, educate yourself. Educate yourself.
Mhm.
One of my friends tends to believe that they're trying to sterilize people. So this is a way of mixing the vaccines and stuff like that. He had this whole thing today on the phone. I was just like, well, I never thought about it like that.
It could be. I'm actually with that friend because you know how yeah.
So
I
listen,
don't. When I tell you this, our government is some shit. I would
li-
not put anything past. I
they're
would not.
there is so much that is going
We
on.
got all this top secret stuff for it's ain't that many damn secrets in the world.
Right. So Torian says, what's in the vaccine that they only want to give to the LGBTQI community? I don't know. And so that's
They ain't gonna even if they tell you, you still don't know.
right. So let's move on to our next letter. So, ma'am, we're gonna tell you to leave that friend alone. She's really listen, if she got to lie about everything, just
Leave that bitch alone.
so listen, this one is entitled Full Figured Woman. Dear Monty and Mimi, I just love your show and I watch it every chance I get. I have to give a special shout out to Mimi holding it down for our full figured women.
Yes.
Here's my problem. I'm a very full figured woman, but like Mimi, I'm very pretty with mine. I'll always give you fashion and a nice face of makeup. When people see me with my husband, they assume he's my brother or just a friend. My husband is a fit man with muscles and abs for days. I remember when we were at his company party and one of his coworkers asked, "Oh, how many kids do you have again?" I looked at her strange and said, "None." I never said we had kids. She had this blank look and I asked her, "Is there a problem?" Then she proceeds to say, "Oh, that must be love weight you put on then." I was furious.
Oh no, that bitch did not.
People
Uh,
assume my husband met me skinny and I just gained weight. But no, he met me at this size and he loves it. I must admit, it is starting to weigh heavy on me. I'm at the point I don't even like going to social gatherings anymore with my husband because of
oh,
what we get. I know my husband loves me and he doesn't care what people think, but I'm human and it really does get to me sometimes. What is your take on this? Honey, go, Mimi. You gonna go?
you already. But when I tell you, I not on. I would be at every fucking event with something shinier and brighter and sparklier on. On that man's arm, and all them lonely bitches that's coming trying to come for you sideways, I promise you, they ain't they by their damn self.
Yeah. You
So
know,
fuck them. Everybody, this is the thing. Everybody is not meant to look the same. It would be a boring ass world if we were, you know. Not everybody, you know, just like everybody. I I everybody has something about themselves that they wish, they could have different or whatever. But what is most important is the spirit,
mhm,
you know, your character, and fuck everything else. It's a whole lot of skinny, ugly bitches. And when I say, and I'm not talking about aesthetic, I'm talking about, their insides are so atrocious.
mhm.
The outward appearance, they sparkly and shiny on the outside, but it's basically like a brand new shiny trash can. It's
Dang.
filled with garbage.
Janessa says, I can relate. As a big girl, I'm not really confident like Mimi. I wish I was. Janessa, you're a beautiful woman.
I
I,
want See, this is the thing. I want y'all to realize everybody is not meant to look the same. All these bitches going to get these surgeries, and like going to buy these butts. Them butts, when see my butt moves, it jiggles. Them stiff booty heifers going in Miami, down in Miami, get this shit done, and LA, and you know um other places, like, look, you got to love you, because the sad thing is I see all these women all the time where I work, and it don't make you happy. They
right.
think that their whole life is going to change once they get this certain look, or they lose weight, or they got a snatched stomach, or whatever. Your life don't change until this inside change.
Hmm.
Period.
Hmm.
It really doesn't matter. And all these bitches walking around looking, they got that same Kim K figure. They don't even realize Kim K, she done bought hers. Her shit's starting to look a little distorted now. Because you can't but nip and tuck but so damn much. It don't even look right no more. Now just imagine, okay, and my big beautiful girl that done wrote this letter. So you see these Fitbits walking around that done went and got all this work done or whatever. About 20 years. Just imagine. You gonna have a daggone one. They're gonna be 60, 70 years old from the neck down, bad as hell. But they face, they done age. So it's like putting a damn you like putting a brand new chandelier in a haunted house. Shit don't match. So sugar, you got to be happy with you. Fuck the rest of them people. That man love you, you love up on him. Shit. I would get off the thing right now and go wrap one of them damn jiggly ass thighs around him right this damn second. Fuck that little hating bitch at his job.
Wait,
Oh,
Ricky says, I agree with Miss Best Janessa. Mimi, have you always been so confident or is it a growing process?
I'ma tell you, everything is a process. When I was younger, now I've been this way for a very long time. So that's but once upon and I say when I was in my teen years, because I was always the biggest girl, you know. But I didn't realize, like, I look back at pictures now and I get angry at myself because I really thought I was fat. It's just all them bitches was super skinny. I would I would love to have that daggone shape back. I was like a tight 12, 14. Oh, you could tell me shit. But I really thought that was fat.
Uh-huh.
But I had to, let me tell you, mine came from which a lot of women, that it don't just you don't just start eating.
Hmm.
That is most of our drug of choice, you know. So mine came from I had childhood pain, childhood trauma. And I realized that's where I put on a lot of my pounds over the years. But then I was like, one day I really fell in love with myself.
Hmm.
And yeah. And I mean, and I pray this for everybody because when you love you,
Can't nobody stop you.
can't
Can't
no bitch upset me.
stop.
No.
So listen,
Yeah. So everything, to answer your question, everything is a process.
it's a
It is.
process.
Nobody's just made this way. I had a lot of people pouring into me,
Hmm.
you know. And I had a lot of things I had to sit in, because painful shit. And then I had to it was a choice because them couple of years where those were supposed to be great years, I was comparing myself against folks, in high school and college. And after actually second semester college, that's when I broke loose, you know. After I came, and it's just been like that, ever since. But when I fell in love with myself and I ain't fell out of love yet.
And that's the way you have to be. So I'm gonna tell this full-figured woman, listen, show out, girl. Every chance
Yeah.
to go be with your husband, be with your husband. Be on his arm. Give them something to talk
Give
about.
them bitches something to talk. Give them a show. Cause I
Listen,
let them know. I said, if you gonna look, I'm gonna give you something to look at.
yeah, yeah,
Now I'm gonna tell you this as well. The lovely lady that wrote the letter. Now, if you want to change some stuff because maybe you're not feeling good, and I'm not talking about your appearance, maybe your knees hurt, like
yeah.
what's happening with me, like your knees running out of minutes before they pose to, while you still out and stuff. Okay, you can do some things to try to be healthier as I'm doing, but you don't have to don't change your appearance for nobody. Let no like my good I don't know, I can't call him no good girlfriend because he ain't no girlfriend, but like Lonnie B say, let no bitch upset you.
Let none. Next letter. I may be a heathen. A heathen. Dear Monty and Mimi, I'm a huge fan of your show. Everybody has been saying that tonight. I love
I
it.
love it.
I'm a
It's a
huge
love
fan
fest
and I
tonight.
love the advice you both give. I've been dating my boyfriend now for 2 years. He is ready to get serious and take it to the next level and get married. Naturally, I'm sure you're both thinking, I'm excited and this is what I've waited for. Well, yes and no. I do wish to be married, but there's just one problem. I love my boyfriend dearly and he makes me happy and satisfies me in every way. But I just don't think I can be a first lady. Yes, you heard me. He's a pastor. I've never really been the church type of girl. I do believe in God and I owe everything to him. In the 2 years that we've dated, I've never been to his church. That was our agreement though. It was actually his idea. He said he didn't want to send the wrong messages to his congregation and have them all up in his business. I just feel like being a first lady is a lot of responsibility that I'm
It
not ready
is.
for. And I don't know the Bible and the church lingo like that. What should I do? I'm really torn here.
Now that one's hard because I wouldn't, I ain't gonna be nobody's first lady neither. However, what I would have her to do, just have an honest conversation with him. I mean, you can be a first lady, but you ain't got to be the first lady like all the other ones. You can just be yourself. You could be one like me.
And you know what? People probably would relate to you more
Yeah,
than the other first ladies because you're
yeah.
so real. I mean, so I could see people really, really joining the church. But I love the first lady. First lady
Mhm.
speaking this Sunday, and you get up
Like
there.
she crazy.
What's up, Roxanne? So yeah, my advice to this lady.
Yeah, cause she, girl, cause you ain't gonna find that if he all that everything you said he is. His lightning don't strike twice. You better hold on to him and have an honest conversation and say, look, I'm gonna marry you, but and however, if you're looking for a traditional first lady, I am not her. I can try to navigate and be the first lady I could try to do this my way,
Yeah.
Um I'm open to, I guess, learning more about the Bible or whatever, but as far as the traditional, I'd say just have a talk with them.
So I agree, and I think too the introduction to the church it lies in his hands. It's how he introduces you to the church.
Now
Even
they gonna hate anyway because they think that man is single.
yeah,
So
they
ain't no, they gonna. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. They not gonna like you.
they're
It's
not.
gonna be some of them that don't. They don't. They not gonna like. I don't care what you do. They
They
gonna
don't
be like that
play church
bitch.
now.
They not gonna like you. They just not.
Right. Shaq's ex-wife is first lady now, and just she's just regular. Just be you. She is Sean
Uh-huh.
regular.
Well,
And
she ain't regular. Now that Shawnee ain't regular. I like Shawnee, but that bitch is anything but regular.
she regular at church.
Okay. Mm-mm.
But this,
Nah.
uh, but
Shawnee is a mogul, so this is the thing. The difference with see her tricks, it's a little different for her because she already is known in another arena. So she already had, she's already a mogul in her own right. So
uh,
people are already going to have, they're gonna have a different kind of admiration for her. So this is her shit is different. It's different from just walking up in there regular. Just ain't nobody never seen your ass. They like who? Papa, who this woman?
I agree. So that's why I say it's going to be how he introduces her to the church.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a deal breaker for you, but and then this thing about knowing the church lingo, that it's no such thing. There's no such
Oh,
thing.
it's a such thing, but don't learn it.
Don't. That's what I'm saying. It's no such thing.
Yeah.
I really believe that if you, the way he's protecting you now, he's going to protect you like that at church.
That's sexy though. The man, yeah.
The way, I
Mhm.
mean, because he has protected her for the last.
Yes, he is.
So look at it like that. He's going to protect you in this church. So I'm gonna tell you, go in there, be yourself, do what you do.
Yeah.
And
You keep that damn man now, because somebody done threw shit in the dating pool. You keep that man.
that's what they did to it, baby.
Honey, they done had diarrhea in that bitch. It's just floating everywhere. You can't even get it out with the net.
God dog, it's liquefied.
It's blended.
Uh, so listen, strange fetish is the next letter.
Aye.
They say, Dear Montee and Mimi, I'm very kinky. Dang, they start off, I'm very kinky.
Yeah.
I'm very kinky and do consider myself to be very open minded sexually. It's just my boyfriend has a fetish I can't get with. In his alone time, he loves to watch porn. Now, hear me out. I'm all for stimulating your mind sexually and watching it and maybe learning new things. The problem is the type of porn he likes, gay porn. I'm a confident woman, but I can't help but to think maybe he wants to dabble in gay sex. I can be and do a lot of things, but I feel like I can't compete with that. He says he just likes to watch it in his alone time and it intrigues him. In the beginning, I was very accepting, but now it's like that's all he watches. At least mix it up or something. Some days I feel like he's going to come home and tell me he's bisexual. What do you think?
I think you're telling you that now.
Is that what he
I
tells
do. I do. I think I think that's his way of, trying to see where she is with it. Or
you?
maybe he wants to do some things like have her peg him, and don't know how to, I mean, no, and don't know how to, because I mean, how you just come out and say, you know what, can you stick something in my ass? I don't, how you had that conversation? I think that's what it is. He trying to ease it on that. It ain't no way to ease that on there. That one you just got to rip the band-aid off and say, look, this is what the fuck I like. Cause well, I would ask him, what do you like about gay sex?
Is that what that's what you would ask?
I would ask, what is it? Now the old me wouldn't have asked that, but the new me, I'd be like, what is it? What is it that intrigues you?
I love you. I love this new Mimi. Mimi said the new me. So when did
Yeah.
you, Mimi? When did you change?
Shit, I've been changing over long as we've been doing this show, because that's the thing. A lot of people are closed minded, and they fear what they don't understand. So, you know what I have come to realize, and I'm just going. This is the only way I can say it. It's just the fact that you just learn. Everybody's having a human experience. It
Mhm.
might not be your experience. You might not agree with it. You might not like it, but that is their experience, and they are allowed to have it. Now, I don't have to experience it with you, but I can respect the fact that that's your experience and that's what you want to do.
So if your man is watching gay porn, you out, Mimi?
No, we gonna talk because I'm gonna say, hey, I need to know if we gonna keep fucking, or we could just we about to be good girlfriends and go shopping and have lunches and shit. That's all. It's just the dynamic of the relationship might change. I ain't gonna stop fucking with them because if I'm fucking with them, that mean they a dope ass human being.
Mhm.
However, we just things might change up a little bit.
So you're saying that she should ask the question,
I
what
would
is
have I would have a conversation because that's the only way she's gonna know. Because right now she's just wondering,
mhm.
and the answer that he gave her was very surface.
It was very surface.
It's very surface. So he might not be ready to have that conversation either, but she's gonna have to make him because that's I mean that's a real thing. If he if a man watching gay porn, because most men don't like to watch other men have sex. So if he, watching that, if he might be intrigued and might,
What's up, Debbie? So
being
he says it intrigues him.
what intrigue means you're interested. Intrigue is just a really cute word for I'm interested in that shit. That's all.
So that's
You
what he
can
said.
make you can honey, we can have a I can play on words all day long. I just choose not to. I know folks might not seem like I have a very vast vocabulary, but I do. I curse people out at work all day without cursing. And a lot of times they don't even realize what was said until they halfway to the car or halfway home from driving in the car. But I just choose to just come out with it.
Okay, Ricky says definitely have a conversation. Maybe
Yeah.
watching it is a way of him starting the conversation. She's got to dig deeper. I do
Yeah,
agree, Ricky. I think that she does need to have a deeper conversation. I agree.
absolutely.
I
He
like
actually the writing is on the wall. She don't
it
want
really
part
is.
of it. She don't want to read it. She like, It's like, nope. I don't want to see it. Nope. Mm-mm.
What you say? Because not too many men are going to
Yeah.
openly admit that they're watching gay porn.
Most men are won't.
They won't. And then you know what they used to say all the time, man, no homo, but I really like what you got on. Or all this and that. I got your inbox, Debbie. I really, really did. And I really want to, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna actually talk about it. But I want to put that on a
I
show.
got a bug in the car.
You got what?
It was a little bug in the car. It ain't nothing. It scared. It's a little teeny one, but I don't like nothing to fly around. It was in there when I put the window down. It's all right. Go on.
But I really, really believe that they should have a conversation. And I do think that this is a way of him trying to introduce something else into the bedroom. Oftentimes, when people show you something, it's kind of like, what you think? And then they're like, I really don't like it, but I saw it.
Or
I'm
he's
trying
bisexual, and he knows that most people, because I have now, because I used to be one of them people that when you said you was bisexual, I'm like, hey, it's gay and just greedy.
to.
But now I realize can actually have an affinity for both. So, but it's a lot of people out here that still believe. I had a whole situation with my family, a conversation we had like last the weekend before last at my brother's birthday party. They would talk. I said someone was bisexual. They are gay. I said no, they're not.
Hmm.
They enjoy having sex with men and women. I said you got people like that.
You really, really do.
Yeah.
You really, really, really do.
Because to be honest, I done thought about it. I said I could probably be gay. I could be gay as long as I don't have to be gay back. I could it could be gay towards me. Cause I done seen that damn Lena Waithe, the girl that wrote the Shy. It's something about her. I don't know. Yeah, I'm yes I'm this is me saying it. It's something about that damn woman.
God,
She's sexy as hell.
what?
Yeah, she is. She looked like, but
Is she
see,
a
I often said if I did deal with a woman, she would have to be a dom that would literally like walk around with her strap on.
Ha! Torian said you'd be a pillow princess. You remember what that is? A pillow princess?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, as long as I ain't got to be gay back, I can. And but they have to be they got to be wealthy though.
Ah. Ricky says, is it the same for females? If I watch lesbian porn with my dude, does that mean I want to eat the mackerel?
But see, I would tell 'em, it's funny for me. I'm not into porn.
Hmm.
It just does not do anything. Like my friend will come up to the house and because and this is the thing. What I have realized about when you deal with a man of means, they're not great in the bedroom because they don't have to be.
Hmm.
They normally pay, they paying bills and everything. So they just lay back and folk do, whatever to them, because because that's what it is. Their asset is their pockets.
Hmm.
So he would come and he would put porn on, and I'd be like, I'm looking at the floors, the towel on the bathtub and the walls. I'm like, oh, that would be really nice in the kitchen. Like I'm looking at shit like that. It does absolutely nothing for me whatsoever.
Oh, her.
Honey, that is it's something about this. It's her swag is out of this world.
He can get it.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think I might if she's in my face, I probably get scared.
You can
I'll
skip
be
like,
like, nah, I changed my mind.
uh, Debbie responds to Ricky and says, no, it just means you like oral. Janessa comes back and says she agrees with you, Mimi. She said she don't like porn. It's the sounds that get me. She told me it's the sounds.
Because it's sound fake. Don't nobody make all that damn noise. Shit is dumb.
Next letter. Next letter. Next letter. So it says, oh, Ricky said, dude. Ricky said she make all them noises.
Oh, you did well shit. I need to fuck with who you been fucking with. 'Cause I ain't made none. This be me in the dark. This nigga hurry up, man. Boy, you crack me up them faces you be. Sometimes I be saying shit just so I can see that damn face.
Janessa talking about me too. Same. So I hope y'all's men are not watching this.
But shit, if they are, see, that's the problem now. And I'm gonna tell you, us women, we have because men's egos are so fragile. We
Mhm.
don't tell them when they dick is some shit because they ego they can't handle it. So they walk around, we steady building them up and faking orgasms and shit. So he done think he done put it down, and then you done built him up and made him feel like he King Kong. So you like, shit, I can do better than this bitch here. And then he try to go and better deal you.
True.
Well, we just need to be honest, like, sir, your penis is trash. I need you to step your game up.
uh, Debbie says the noises help them hurry up.
Oh, okay, that's what it. Okay,
Oh.
but it's lies.
Janessa said he may need to watch. He can learn something.
No, cause don't nobody want that shit they be doing. They be just spitting on. I say, don't be looking at it like this ain't sexy. Folk just spitting on stuff and got you pretzeled up. I said, yeah, I'm trying to put my leg up there. I can't breathe like that. I don't enjoy that. Mm.
Next letter. This hoe like me. Dear Monty and Mimi, I'm a 20-year-old bisexual black man who never had any type of experience with other men. So I decided to buy one. No strings attached. I went online and found me an escort. He told me he was 26 years old. He was a 26-year-old top that was staying with his brother and his family. So we had to meet in a van during our first encounter.
Oh, sir, that's a prostitute.
He said an escort, Mimi.
That one, no, an escort is a high priced prostitute. He had a streetwalker.
He was tall, dark, and had a rough look to him. He seemed more nervous than I was, which strikes me odd since it was supposed to be something he was used to. All I did was give him head, nothing else. Well, a week goes by and he's blowing up my phone, wanting to meet up every minute. He even said he would give me a special rate if we kicked it exclusively. So I met up with him again and he sat there and told me his life story. He said he's really feeling me and he wants to get to know me. The only problem is he's married with 2 kids. I don't see myself going any further knowing what I know. But on the other hand, we do have great conversations. Am I being young and dumb? What do you think?
This whole thing about to get real messy. Shit, I would have called him back too if he up there. He done sucked his dick and gave him some money. Shoot, he ain't have to do nothing but sit there. Shoot, that's work.
So,
I, me personally, it ain't worth it. It just ain't. It ain't worth it because when that shit blow up, and it will, because especially if he black and his wife black, we knows his shit. You gonna find we like this some ain't right. And you out living your life, and living your truth, and he the one living a lie, and some shit could go real foul, and he end up hurt. It ain't worth it. Let's go find somebody to be bisexual with.
so this is the thing. This is the thing. This is his very first encounter with a man. He paid
So
for his.
yeah, because I want to know how you, if you ain't never been with how you know you gay. I mean, bisexual.
Well, I guess he's probably always been attracted to a man.
Okay,
He
okay. So
never
you,
acted out. So he
yeah.
said all he did was gave him head, you know, and
Well, that's a good indicator because yeah, you got to really love it. Do that.
uh so my thing is this. I believe that, the guy has served his purpose. This
Yeah.
you had the encounter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he done fucked him up now.
yeah,
Now
now
he gonna stalk him.
yeah, so now either the guy, the 26-year-old is he's acting out on his bisexuality now, the one that's married, and you've sparked something else in him, or he likes the innocence of you being who you are. There's a couple of ways that you can look at this.
No, the thing is he's sneaking. He done lied. I don't even think he's no fucking at school.
Hmm.
I think he done because you got instead of him like a lot of people do, these thirst putting on them thirst traps, putting their cash apps on their social media and stuff under their picture. I think that was him just, you know,
Ricky said, "Oh,
trying
that
to
was
see
super
if
head."
he could get what he can get.
Ricky said,
Huh?
"Oh, that was some super head." He changed the man.
Sure. Oh,
I really want you, this young man right here. I really
yeah.
want you to get out and experience something different.
You don't I would say don't start out with that because it's messy and he's the only one that's gonna get hurt. Because
Right.
feelings gonna develop. I don't care how much you try to say this all we doing, it's just sex. It never ends up just being sex. Someone always catches feelings.
Always
Always.
feelings.
Actually both sides. It's just one person is better at hiding it than the other.
Right. And one
That's
person
it.
acknowledge more. So I'm gonna tell you to go out, go to a club, and be careful. Monkeypox is out there, COVID is out there. So I'm gonna tell you, go out, meet people like that, but don't
Mm-mm. Leave them alone.
start paying for
Run, Forrest, run, honey.
if you start paying for sex.
You done set the tone, so you can't go back. You can't go to dating after that.
Right. And Torian says, and don't normalize this type of dynamic in your life. You don't have to accept it. You're young,
No.
20. You don't have
Yeah.
you don't have to pay
Mm-mm.
to give somebody head. You ain't got
Hell no.
so yeah, you can get that when you can't get nothing else. But what I will tell you is be careful. Be careful that you're
Yeah.
exploring who you are and you're getting out there to find out who you are. Be really, 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 really careful. Everyone's not going to tell you the truth. Everybody ain't gonna tell you that they got a wife. Everybody ain't gonna tell you that they got a
Nope.
everybody's not gonna tell you that they have HIV or AIDS. They're
Nope.
going to tell you that. So you have to be really, really, really careful with that.
Yep.
That's advice to you. And live your life, experience who you are, but be safe while you're experiencing.
Yeah, be safe, but live in while you living in your truth, don't accept anything less from anybody else. If they're not living in theirs, you are nobody's secret. Period.
Period. Point blank. All right. Last letter.
All
We
right.
have one more after this, but we said an hour. So I'm gonna keep us at an hour because you have stuff that you need to do.
It's okay. We can do these last two. I
It's
don't mind.
us too. All right. It says, I'm in love with a married man.
Oh shit.
Dear Montee and MiMi, I feel like a homewrecker. I know I should stop, but the sex is so good. I was out with my girls and I met this guy. We exchanged numbers and had been chatting for a few weeks before we decided to meet up. He invited me over to his house. One thing led to another, and this man wore me out. 2 hours later, I'm gathering myself and being nosy at the same time. I asked him, who are these people in the pictures hanging up? He said, with the straightest face, my wife and kids. I said to myself, this would be the first and last time me sleeping with him or seeing him. Well, 3 weeks later, we have slept together every since 3 weeks later. We have slept together every single day, and it gets better and better each time. He talks about us in his future, saying that it's gonna always keep me around, and I got better stuff than his wife. We have even been out a few times to dinner and the movies. He gives me $500 to put towards my rent. He texts me throughout the day and says he misses me and can't wait to spend time with me all day. I'm really starting to like him, but he's married and goes against everything I stand for. But I can't stop. Debbie say you going to
There's a whole lot of folk going to hell, Debbie. This the thing. She pretty much is just like a lot of women out here. She's just caught up. It's only going. She's going to be that one to have to make a decision
Mhm.
because once upon a time that was yours truly. She's gonna have to make that decision. You will, because the thing is, even a lie feel good.
It does.
It's filling that void for that moment, but it is just a moment, and it is still a lie. No matter how good it feels, it's still a lie. You are
That's
still,
feeling.
the one that kept in the dark, kept on the shelf. You his toy. So she's gonna have to get to a point where she don't want to do this no more. And only then is she gonna stop. She's not gonna right now, she's digmatized. She is. I've been digmatized before. And you know, normally when you digmatize, it ain't about no dude with no money. Cause I always say, don't nobody fuck you better than a dude need a place to stay.
Toria says, Uncle Clifford rule. Three
No,
leave this shit back. Don't fall for your trick. Make your trick fall for you.
oh, that was funny as shit. But
Ricky
the
said,
thing is,
oh,
she's caught up,
she's
and right now, I don't care what we tell her, she's not gonna stop fucking him because she's not ready to stop fucking him yet.
caught.
She just need for us to say, "Bitch, you can fuck him." We're not gonna say that. I'm gonna tell you this: at some point, you will start to value yourself more than just some good dick, and you're going to not like what you see in the mirror. And at that time, that's when you're gonna make a change.
Okay. Ricky says, careful who you let hit them guts. When they hit that bottom, you go temporarily insane. Snap out of it, girl, and get some batteries.
It's too late. She ain't. Yeah, that's some good. That would be some good advice before she did it, but she done got it now.
Uh, Debbie says, I'm not saying I'm not going to be beside you in hell, but you going too. And then she says, you reap what you sow. I can't stand her. So then
Child, like that right there.
this is
Ooh,
the thing. This is the thing. I hope the 20-year-old is watching because
yeah,
the 20-year-old, this is you. This is you. This is what you're setting yourself up for. Is this letter right here?
heartache.
Set
Yes,
yourself up for this right here for him. Just really pretty much what this man is doing is controlling her. He's really pretty much controlling her. She's not seeing anybody else what he does. He texts all day long saying he misses her. So she's catering to
she
him.
give her a few dollars.
$500. 500.
Well, I mean, but at her age, let me tell you something. If you used to dating IHOP dudes, $500 a lot of damn money. But
$500.
it depends who you are
It
and
does.
where you are. If she's young, $500 is a lot of money to her.
$500 ain't even a fourth of my rent. But
No, we grown. We
bro,
have grown into this. Cause once upon a damn
once
time.
upon a time, your $500 would have been
That's
like,
what I'm trying to say. And
"Oh,
shit, we did some dumb shit for free before. Wasn't nobody giving us shit.
I will
So yeah,
because
so the thing is she gotta grow out of it. She has to learn and it's only gonna come through life. Nobody we can't tell her shit, can't nobody tell her nothing right now. I mean you could tell her, but she's not gonna fucking listen. Cause right now, and I know cause I've been there. When you if you feel like this all I got, that's what you're gonna stay with. Because at least because some people think, well, this all I got, this is something. But you have to you're going to she's going to get to that point where it's like what the fuck am I doing?
you know what? I will say this: if you're going to do this, if you're going to do this, and Mimi shaking her head no, but then this is my thing: if you're gonna do it, get something out of it. That's $500. I hope you're investing it. You putting it toward
She
rent.
ain't investing it. She just said it's toward her damn rent. That shit
Uh-uh.
gone.
Pay a car payment. Get you a car. Pay a car off. Pay a car. Double up on your payments. Do something with it.
No, do not, sir. No,
Man,
Pastor. That is not good advice right there.
listen.
I know. I know you got about 30% in reserve, but we're not gonna talk to the reserve tank. I want to talk to mustard seed right now. Her, she's going to feel. I don't care how many trinkets are thrown at you, and I had serious money thrown at me. It does not make you feel any better. At
It
some point, at some point, actually, it'll make you feel worse. Cause then you gonna start to question, am I a fucking prostitute? Like what am I doing? Like really? Is this all I feel I'm worth?
I will say this, Mimi. I get what you're saying. I
It's
do.
just I'm just saying it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. I say
For what it's going to for the damage that it does
to your
psychologically.
self-esteem. Right.
Ain't worth
Self-esteem. Yeah. Okay. But I will say this. My daddy always had a hoe. Always had a hoe. And that old hoe always had a bad car. I ain't gonna lie. And I know that my daddy was making car payments. I know he was.
it. Yeah,
Uh,
but the hoe ain't never have he didn't acknowledge her in public.
no, did
He
not.
didn't. She spent Christmases and Thanksgivings alone, and her birthday and Valentine's Day alone.
No,
So
she had
it's
a whole nother family.
huh?
She had a whole nother family.
Child, that's a whole nother conversation there.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is, yeah, you getting trinkets, but it ain't worth your self respect. I mean, you can't look when you at home in night and you feeling depleted because all you did you just become a cum rag.
Ooh,
That's what it is. It ain't no. I know it sounds harsh, but that's exactly what it is.
that's harsh.
But I had to face that with myself. Like, bitch, this like no, fuck
She
yeah,
laughed at Lamont Ford.
because that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Exactly. No,
Wow.
it don't sound good, but because it ain't good. But that's what you are.
I hear you.
He gonna bust a nut and he going home and acknowledge a whole nother bitch and lay next to her and play with them kids and they all watch a movie and shit. They doing what she aspires to be, which is a wife. And as long as you hanging around and being somebody's concubine, ain't nobody gonna wipe you up because they
Yeah,
can see it all over.
concubine.
Because that's what it is. That's all it is.
Wow. Last letter of the night. Sloppy seconds. I have a dilemma. I feel like my good friend over 10 years is trying to like me. At first, I thought it was cute, or sometimes maybe just a coincidence, but I have to draw the line somewhere. I feel like every guy I have dated, it didn't work out. She ends up trying to date them too, but it doesn't work out. Now, I get everything about they are an ex for a reason, but how have you been with four of my exes? When I say Ben, she has slept with them all, and she tries to come and compare notes. Girl, please. I don't want to talk about your sex escapades with guys I've been with too. I was going to call her out on it, but I don't want to come off as a bitter or salty. How do you deal with this? How should I confront her? Leave her alone.
Leave that out of the sight. That ain't the no.
Leave her
We
alone.
missed you too, Jonathan. But hell no. Hell. First
Leave
of all,
her
that's
alone.
girl code. You don't let me tell you something. I had a friend of mine that this was my first childhood friend that I mean this was my first childhood friend. We had lost touch because, the dad they moved away, abruptly. But we found each other on Facebook and I saw someone that I was dealing with in the pictures and I went to him. Now this is 20 some odd years later. Actually almost 30 years later. I said, hey, um, is this, are you messing with this person? I said, cause if you are or have, I can't fuck with you no more.
Hmm.
I said, cause that's girl code. But kind of find out that was I had known him. I had been dating him and didn't even realize that that's who I knew him as a child. He was older than me, so he really ain't hang around us. But that's girl code. You don't. If let me tell you something. If I find out that a friend even likes a dude, he's off limits.
But you know,
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It ain't because this is my thing. Friends are not easy to come by. Real true friends. That is something truly valuable. A fly by night relationship that probably ain't gonna last no way. Shit
mm,
ain't worth it. It ain't worth my friendship.
with me being divorced and single, uh,
Hmm.
there are certain people that I like. If somebody is in my inbox or something, I go look and see, are you friends with Jacoby?
Right, right.
If you are, that's a no. If you're friends with Brandon, that's a no, kind of. But then the gay community is so small, and then I know that a lot of people that you are friends with on Facebook, you really don't know. So I'm like,
Right, right.
questions. But then I have a friend that has been with several men, several. And so the thing about it is, if I see that you one of his friends, it's a no for me already. Because what I don't want is to ever go back and think that I'm in a relationship or I'm dating somebody and for him to be like, oh, I had him.
Yeah, your friend ain't supposed to know what your man's ecstasy face look like.
No.
They ain't supposed to know that.
No.
Mm-mm.
True story, Mimi. I went to a birthday dinner. And I flew to this birthday dinner, one of my friends, and he was having this birthday dinner. And it was about 14, 15 people at the table. And we were all talking, and everybody was like that. And so they start talking about, sex, like what people do. You have conversations about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he said, I've been with everybody at this table except for two people.
Messy,
I didn't have
messy,
what he said
messy,
was how he
messy.
said it was, I had all y'all at this table except for two of y'all. So I look at my friend next to me and I was just like, he ain't had me. And he was just like, well, he ain't had me. I said, so we the two? We the two. And so it made you look at everybody at the table totally
But
different.
how thirsty is that? Ugh, that's so messy, queen, right there.
But that's what happens. And so for this woman to say that she's been with four of your exes, that ain't your friend, boo. That ain't your friend.
Fuck no. And she is, honey. When I say that's the self, it's so many issues going on there. That's some single white female shit right there.
That is very, very,
Well,
very.
then, I was
So
wondering if it's the question about
before
confidence that okay, before y'all and end,
you,
Lamar, I was wondering if you could answer the question about confidence that I asked Mimi. I remember you saying you didn't always think you were as handsome as you are. What changed for you, and when you made the decision to change your thinking, how did you I don't know. How did you about implementing the change in daily life?
you've
You've
always
always seemed so confident to me. So
oh,
that's for you.
Ricky. So let me be honest with you. I still don't feel as though that I am what I portray. Okay. Let me say that first and foremost. I'm still growing into this skin that I have. I think that I am better looking than I used to be. But I have learned that how I carry myself is really, really important to me because there was a period to where I was really, really, really down. And I felt like I was almost at the end. It wasn't about me killing myself or committing suicide or anything like that, but I felt like I was at the end, like there was nothing else for me. And one day I looked in the mirror and I was just like, you are going to be the baddest, the baddest, the baddest. You got to be the baddest, Lamont. You got to be the baddest. And I started telling myself, you got to be the baddest every day. You got to be the baddest. You got to be the baddest. I mean, and so that's what I started looking at. Growing up as a child, I was always told that I was an ugly boy. I was always ugly. And women really never did like me. But I realize now why they didn't like me
Yeah,
because
it wasn't that you weren't attractive. They just they
right.
knew that y'all had some shit in common.
Right. And so it was just like I always took it for that. And then growing up, and I was told that I was ugly in my house, that was just, a conversation we would have, oh, with your ugly self, or this, so it was always that I always felt ugly. And so it just happened one day, Ricky. And it became to this point to where I became a little confident in myself. Um, I've always been swagged out in his clothes game on point since I've known him. I mean, and so I just got to that point to where I had to get myself together. I really, really did. And Ricky can tell you that even in dating certain people when I lived in Lubbock, they made me feel less than. I think it was the men that I always dated or the women that I dated made me feel less than. And then
Well,
so I got to the point to
you
where,
was grown.
yeah,
You was grown for abuse.
yeah, I was
So
for a Bruce.
yeah, and but that's the thing. A lot of us don't even realize that we have been. And
Yeah,
it comes like I always say, you can always tell how somebody feel about themselves by who they got on their own.
you can.
You can.
You can. And so that it just happened and I started feeling better about myself. And now I take pride in how I look. Um and so I realized I'm not an ugly man. I don't think that I'm the best looking man, but I'm not ugly by far. Um my TikTok says I'm not ugly. Let me say that. My TikTok says I'm not.
Shut it up. Shut-
But yeah, I kind of grew into that. So what's up, Linda? But I will tell you this, Ricky. I've always told you, I've always told you that you're a beautiful woman. You are a beautiful woman. And you have to tell yourself daily. Tell yourself daily. Tell yourself daily. If don't nobody else see it, you won't see it.
you
Yeah.
have to start, you have to tell yourself until you believe it. You do.
Anyway, Ricky makes me so sick. She talking about that TikTok does things to me. Um, listen, it's all fun. It's all fun. It's all fun. Everything I do,
Mhm.
I like.
Oh yeah, you did, honey. You can't. Yeah, honey, you gives it to them on that TikTok. Oh, you get that little wink,
Yep,
that's your look right there.
that's my look.
You
And
close
just
you close that eye and purse them lips out. I said, yeah. I said that thing is serving this morning. I can't. I said it's too much for me. I got to serve this out.
I love it. So now she no stop, Ricky.
Yes, yes. Little
Let me
baby LL.
let me do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do
There you go.
it. There it is. There it is. So anyway, um, final thoughts. Final thoughts. Mimi, what are your final
And
good letters? Very good letters.
they are. There wasn't nobody crazy tonight. That's the
Nobody's
first. Well, nobody crazy and dysfunctional.
mm-mm.
I'm just gonna say my final thoughts for me. Learn to love you, whatever that looks like, and sometimes you got to learn what that is. You know, some of us, you have a lot of people out here that they dress it up, but they are not. They are more. Um, I'm just gonna say it's a difference between arrogance and confidence. A
Mm.
lot of times when you see folks that's outwardly, I'm the shit, they really don't believe it. What that it's a defense mechanism. That's they putting that on so you can't really see the real them. If you're confident, when you're truly confident, you don't have to say a word. Everybody's gonna see it on you. So whatever it is, learn to love you, whatever that looks like, and everything else will fall into place.
I'm
You
going to
will start to attract who you really are, because you're going to attract who you are either way. But let's make it good so we can attract some good.
I'm going to piggyback off of Mimi and say you have to learn yourself. Learn yourself, love yourself, and believe in yourself. If you learn yourself, and believe in yourself, you can't do nothing but love yourself. And
Hmm.
do all those things for yourself, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. I promise you. And stay humble. That is a key part of it, is staying humble. Don't ever get so high-minded or so high to where you start looking down at people, because that makes you
Absolutely. Yep.
that makes you ugly. But when
Yep.
you're relatable and you can talk and you can and discuss things and love yourself, people see that and they want to gravitate to you and they want to be around that. That's my thing for you. But then here's the other part. Look in the mirror every day and tell yourself that I love you. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you. I'm a post-it note guy. I just turned into this person within the last 2 years. I write post-it notes about everything. And so I started writing myself little notes on post-it notes. Any of my friends that know me, that have ever come in my office or that come around me, know that I got post-it notes everywhere. Start affirming yourself, reaffirming yourself with post-it notes. Put something down, write something, remind yourself why you love yourself. It's important. And remember that you don't have to be second to nobody. You don't have to be second.
Hmm.
You don't have to be seconds for nobody. If you can't be first, don't choose to be second. You don't
Yeah,
have to be. There's
you
some
don't.
there's somebody in the world that is waiting for you, that is looking for you. They're looking for you. Just be ready to accept that person. That's what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
So follow us on Facebook, Montee and MiMi. Follow us on Instagram, In the Chair with Montee and MiMi, and YouTube Live. Listen, I know MiMi making all this money now. I'm trying to catch up with MiMi. Can you help us get a check? I want to.
Child, you about to I'm about to fight just now. You just
Can
let's
I
speak let's speak it into existence for real. Mm-mm. I works hard for it. I need for it to work for me. That's where we trying to get to.
listen? I applaud you in everything that you do, MiMi. You know that. Um,
Same here.
are beautiful, beautiful, voluptuous, full figure,
Yeah.
full figure, full
Hmm.
figure.
You used to be voluptuous. You still fine now. You used to be voluptuous, but you still, you. I'm gonna get there one day too, mate. I don't know.
So anyway, we love y'all. Peace out. Good night and love yourself.
I got something to say. I got something to say.